Maths group. This week and the final week of your home learning, you're going to be focusing on time. So we're going to start off this week with converting between 12-hour and 24-hour clocks. Before moving on later on this week, you'll be looking at timetables, which will hopefully also help for you ready for when you go up to secondary school in a year and a bit and you're given your timetables. So as you hopefully know, one day has 24 hours in it. However, a clock only has 12 hours on it, which means each time will happen twice every day. So you'll have 2:30 in the morning and 2:30 in the afternoon. Now, the way that we usually write this is using AM, so before noon, and PM, afternoon. So you could have 2:30 AM if it was 2:30 in the morning, and 2:30 PM if it was in the afternoon. Now, the difference between this and a 24-hour clock is 24-hour clocks don't use AM and PM. Instead, they imagine that the clock is carrying on. Instead of 1, it'll be the number after 12, so it'll be 13, 14, 15, so on and so off. It's laid out as 4 digits, so 2 digits for the hour, a colon, and then 2 for the minutes. When you're converting between 12-hour and 24-hour clocks, you don't need to worry at all about the minutes because the minutes bit will not change. So this clock and table shows the corresponding hours of a 24-hour clock. So you can see that 1 o'clock in the afternoon will turn to 13, 2 o'clock 14, 3 o'clock 15, 4 o'clock 16, 5 o'clock 17, 6 o'clock 18, 7 o'clock 19, 8 o'clock 20, 9 o'clock 21, 10 o'clock 22, and 11 o'clock 23. Now, midnight is often shown as 00, as it's the start of the new day. Now, if you're converting between 12-hour and 24-hour times in the morning, nothing really changes. So if you had 6 AM, it would just become 06 colon 00. You wouldn't have to change it really at all, apart from adding a 0 in front of the 6. If you were going from 24 hours to 12 hours and you had 10 colon 30, because the number in the hours columns is less than 12, we know it's AM. So it would be 10:30 AM. The minutes, like I said, will always stay the same. Now, changing between 12 and 24-hour time in the afternoon is where it gets fun. So if you're turning it from 12 to 24, all you need to do is add 12 to the hour. So, for example, 6 PM, you would have to add 12 to the 6, and that would become 18, and then you'd put your colon 00. If you're turning it from 24-hour to 12, you know that 22 colon 30 is PM because it's above 12. So you could take 12 away from 22, which gives you 10. So you know that 22:30 is equivalent to 10:30 PM. So I want you to have a go at converting these times from 12 hours into 24 hours. Remember, if it's AM, you don't need to change the hours, and the minutes never change, no matter if it's AM or PM. So pause the video, have a go, and we'll go through it in just a moment. Okay, welcome back. So it started with 2:45 AM. Now, because it's AM, we don't need to add or take away 12. So you'll just have 02:45. Similarly, with 10:20 AM, because it is AM, you don't need to add or take away 12, so it will remain as 10:20. Now it gets fun now. So 1:55 PM, because it's PM, we need to add 12 to the hours number, which is 1. So that will turn the hours number to 13. And the minutes will stay the same, so it'll be 13:55. Next, we have 3:05. Now, because it's PM, we again need to add 12 because we're going from a 12-hour to a 24-hour. So you would add 12 to your number in the hours column. So 3 add 12 is 15, and the minutes stay the same as 5. So the 24-hour time will be 15:05. With 5:35, again it's PM. We need to add 12 to our number in the hours column. So we will do 12 add 5. That will turn the hours column into 17. And of course the minute stays the same as 35. For 8:40, again it's in the afternoon, so we will do 8 add 12. which equals 20. So the new time would be 20:40. And similarly with 11:25 p.m, because it's p.m, you add 12 to the hours column. 11 at 12 is 23, which means that the 24-hour time would be 23:25. So remember, if you're converting from 12-hour to 24-hour, all you need to do is add 12 to the number in the hours column. Now I want you to give these a go at converting them from 24-hour time to 12-hour time. So for these, not only do you need to think about the hours and think if the hour number is above 12, you know that it's PM. So only would you have to take away 12 from that number. But remember, if it's above 12, you need to put PM. And if it's less than 12 in the hours column, you put AM. Have a go at these in the table, pause the video, and we'll go over them in a second. Welcome back. So the first time we had was 3:15. Now, because 3 is obviously less than 12, we know that it is AM. Because of that, we don't need to take away or add anything, so we can just convert it to 3:15 AM. Similarly, with 11:15, because it's less than 12, we don't need to do anything to it, we can just write 11:15 AM. Now we move on to the fun stuff. So 14:45, as 14 is bigger than 12, we know it must be PM. Because it is PM, we know that we need to take away 12 from the hours column. So 14 take away 12 we know is 2, which means that 14:45 must be equal to 2:45 PM. Don't forget the PM. Next one, 16:20. Again, 16 is greater than 12, so we know it must be PM, which means we have to take away 12 from 16. 16 take away 12 is 4, so the time must now be 4:20 PM. 18:55, 18 is bigger than 12, so we know again it's PM. So we do 18, take away 12, which is 6, so the time now must be 6:55 PM. The next one is 21:05. Again, this is obviously bigger than 12, so you need to take away 12 from the hours number. So that would turn it from 21, take away 12 equals 9, which means that 21:05 is converted into 9:05 PM. And finally, 22:35. Again, 22 is obviously bigger than 12, so we know it's PM. You do 22, take away 12, that equals 10, which means that our time is equivalent to 10:35 PM. So hopefully this will give you a bit of a reminder from back when you were in year 3 and year 4 about how to convert between 12 and 24-hour clocks. It'll also help you if you have a tablet or phone at home that's often shown in the 24-hour clock, so it'll get you more confident with reading those. Good luck!